What's going on, guys? Well, today I want to talk about this sharpening system. I've been using this for a few months now, on and off. I'm starting to use it a little bit more lately and about to break into some different types of stones that I got with it. But this is a Hapstone Pro, okay? This is the V5 version, and there's also a pre-order right now for the V6 version. Unfortunately, the V5 is no longer for sale. It is discontinued, at least in America. The US warehouses are completely sold out. I believe on their website they explain how you can order one if you want to get it shipped from Germany, and it's a process, but of course you can check out the website if you want. But the brand new V6 version, which has a couple tweaks here and there, and you can see the differences on their website and stuff, that one is going to be $219 for the basic version, and then depending on what kind of stones you want with it, it varies, you know, from that price to like $250 or $260. They have a few different options. The basic one basically comes with 3 stones, very standard. There's 220 grit, 400 grit, 1200 grit. Then you can get like the silicone carbide set, the aluminum oxide set, or the diamond stones, which are really cool. But it just depends on your specific needs, and of course if you want to, you can buy extra stones, you know, along with the system itself on their own. What's really awesome about this system is, you guys know how much I love the Edge Pro Apex. This is like the Apex on steroids. It's everything I like about the Edge Pro, but with, you know, additional benefits. You know, there's different things on here and features that I really, really like. Not to mention, the biggest thing, for me anyways, because I've invested in the Edge Pro Apex, is that this uses their stones, okay? So you have these beveled, you know, stones. This happens to be a little leather strop, but it's on their basic stone piece. All right, so you see how that's beveled on both sides, angled. All right, it's a really quick disconnect. If you can see how that works here, very nice. So changing the stones is a breeze. There's no screwing or anything. Just pops right on there and you're ready to go. So 2 things. Number 1 is this takes all the Edge Pro Apex stones, which is very nice, as well as when you're getting stones for this system, it goes over to the Edge Pro Apex as well. So if you happen to already own an Edge Pro, the stones are completely interchangeable, which is awesome. That is a big thumbs up for me because I already have stones that I like to use for this system. Now here's some stones that I have not yet used, but I have the full sets. These are the silicone carbide stones. You see 120 grit, they have 220, 400, 600, and 1000. Okay, and I also have a set here of some of the boride stones. Okay, this is the 150, 220, 400, 800, and 1200. Okay, and of course these I'll play with in the future as well. And if you want to know the benefits and stuff, there's plenty of information out there. I will probably do more videos on this system in the future as well, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people wondering about stuff. And they also sell different types of, you know, polishing tapes as well. Okay, so you have a bunch of tapes here and the appropriately sized stones for them, or at least backings for them. All right, pretty cool. So you can pretty much do everything you'd want to do with this system. Now you can reference, they do have a YouTube page and they only have a few videos on there, but I believe they're going to have more in the future. And you can see kind of the benefits of this. Of course, anything that's not on the website, they have some additional tips and how to use it and assemble it and all that kind of stuff on their YouTube page. But there are a couple cool features that I really like about this. Now, first off, it is a pivoting system. Okay, let me move this up a little bit here so you can see this. I'll actually turn it for you, and I'm going to zoom in. Now, this thing gyros around, okay, just like a bearing. So you have full movement in all directions. Okay, you can see just simple knobs, a lot of knurling on the side here. Okay, so it's really grippy, easy to adjust your angles up and down. Once you lock that in place, I mean, you have full movement in and out. Now, if I back out again, you might notice that there's these little brass pieces here. Okay, these are basically limiters. All right, these slide up and down the rod here, and there's a set screw. All right, so what this does is limit the movement forward and backward. And reason being is that you want to set it, of course, for the appropriate length of your stone, whatever you're using, so you don't go past the stone and drop down, you know, onto the other metal parts here, so it doesn't ruin, you know, your edge. So those are pretty cool, but obviously something that's optional. I do use them. Something else that's really cool about this is they have this little collar here. It's an independent collar from the top one, which is adjustable. And this they call the, I think it's the thickness adjuster or thickness regulator or something like that. And of course, when you're using different thickness of stones, it's going to keep that angle to be exactly the same. But I kind of use this as a preset So I can lock this down at a certain angle, and then when I want to use the machine and I put it together, I can rest that right on there, and I already have my angle set. So that's what I use it for, which is pretty neat. I put this off to the side. Let me show you the, this little adjustable plate here. And by the way, this does come with a 3-point plate, which I haven't even used yet. And basically, this middle piece is adjustable. So depending on the shape of the spine of the blade, you can move this forward and get a good contact with that edge so that it's not going to move around at all. All right, so I zoomed in a little bit here. You can see there is an adjustment screw here, and there's also a set screw. So once this is locked down, the set screw gives additional pressure to really make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so loosen that and loosen this, and of course this whole end here is magnetic. And I'm talking like extremely strong magnet. What's really nice about this, twofold. Number one, you don't have to lock it in necessarily if you don't want to. You can put that right on the edge, wherever you want your edge there, okay? And you can push this piece up against the spine to keep it stable, or you can back off the screw, and with thinner blades, you can actually just put this on top of your edge, lock it down, okay, lock your set screw, and this thing isn't going anywhere, okay, completely stable. And what's nice about being magnetic is that all you have to do is flip it upside down, pop it on for the other side. All right, so getting your blades to stay put is a snap, plus this is kind of thin on this edge, and if you have a bigger, thicker edge or some kind of fixed blade or something, you can literally just flip this thing around, and now you have a much sturdier base for that knife, so it doesn't go anywhere. And same thing, you're gonna lock both of these screws down to get it nice and sturdy. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, so we're backed out again here. Let me pop the knife off and show you this. I do like the feet on here. Just basically screws together. Very simple. Again, you can see their assembly video, but you have big, oversized rubber feet on both ends, and it's nice and wide. Okay, also in the back, same deal. So it is very sturdy. The machine does not want to move around, when you're sharpening. Something else I thought was pretty cool is this block right here is basically just to give you a flat metal surface, and that is to use your digital angle finder. All right, so that magnetizes right to there, and you can find the exact angle that you want. Of course, adjust this accordingly. So that is super cool as well. Now, of course, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you zero it out on the angle of the machine first. So let's turn it on. All right, we're going to use the 0 button. We'll face it that way, so the slope is appropriate. Push the button, it should 0 it. And this way now, we put it on our block. If you can see that, 15.3 angle. So that is pretty damn cool. So you can get really, really precise with this, and it's nice that it's included. There's a couple bonus things that are included as well. They give you a marker, so you can mark your edges if you want. You do get a little jeweler's loop for all you old-time viewers. You remember my loop. All right, 30 by 21 millimeter. This way you can get in nice and close. Take a look at your edge. Show you that real quick here. All right, so that's really nice. And they do give you a ceramic rod for some serrations and stuff, or if you just want to use that freehand. And then there's also some stropping paste that comes with it as well. And you get like a little accessories thing here, some oil, the appropriate tools to assemble it. All right, little wrench there. And of course, as far as the oil, you want to keep that, pivoting part here oiled up and the rod oiled up so everything's nice and smooth. It's just pretty damn cool. And also the whole thing comes in this nice wooden box. You got this big old rope handle here. All right, you got all the foam in there, keep everything nice and tight so it's not going to wiggle around. All right, you got some clasps in the front. It does have their Hapstone logo on the top there. So pretty damn cool. I mean, for 220 bucks, even the basic set is super worth it. And of course, you could build upon it depending on how involved you want to get with this machine. Yeah, I mean, this is something, in my opinion, it's something for a knifeaholic. If you're an enthusiast of sharpening knives, and I know it's kind of, half the guys out there just collect them, they barely even use them, and then the other half, they're using knives all day long. They love it so much. They love the hobby of sharpening, because that is definitely a hobby within itself. So if you are a knife sharpening connoisseur, this is definitely something to have in your repertoire of tools. And if you are just kind of on the fence of what system to get, I mean, if you're willing to spend over 200 bucks, this is definitely something worth looking into. There's a lot of sharpening systems out there, a lot of options, but as far as this tier or this level of dedication to sharpening, I'm getting such a precise angle on your edge and such a fine, refined edge. This is something that can, you know, definitely aid in that. But yeah, pretty damn cool. I really like it. It gets a big thumbs up. Unfortunately, it's no longer available, but I do suggest you guys check out the V6 model. It's just, like I said, slightly tweaked, basically the same style. Everything is very similar. Let me give you guys a quick close-up here because I want to talk about the actual quality of the machine. The machine itself is built very, very nicely. Very high quality. There's no machine marks anywhere. There's no rub marks. All of the orange that you see are metal parts that are powder-coated. Okay, powder-coated orange here for durability. You know, you can see a nice wood handle on the end. It's nice and smooth, so you don't have any, you know, hot spots or irritating, you know, feeling when you're trying to sharpen your knives. It's just really well put together. It's a very good design that's been improved, basically. The Edge Pro Apex was kind of the first guy that I ever remembered on the block to do something like this. But there's been a lot of people that are trying to tweak it and make it better, and I've definitely seen some other designs that are cool and have nice features. But this one so far has really been the best. I've been most impressed with this, and for the price tag, it's totally worth it. If you're going to be in that bracket of dedication to, you know, spending 200 bucks on a sharpening system, this is something you should really consider. It has a lot of features, a lot of options, comes with a lot of freebies, and it's something you can, you know, get a base model and really build upon. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit since I did break it out again. Again, no sharpening today, just doing some stropping, refining the edge since I've been using this Emerson Kershaw collab. Love this knife, so cool. Eventually you'll see a review on it. Got a lot of pocket time. But anyway, it's just a really, really cool system, and not a lot of people out there know about it. Like I said before, I'm pretty sure Gritomatic is the only place that has, you know, had this available for sale. The V6 is coming out, it's supposed to be released in February sometime. So just keep an eye on it. And if you guys get this system, or specifically if you already have this system and know about it, please let me know what your experience has been thus far. I do have some use on it. You know, I'm familiar with it at this point, but I have a lot more things I want to experiment with. It has a lot of versatility. You can sharpen pretty much anything on this thing, but I do want to try those other stones as well and see the performance difference. All right, guys, so before you go, I wanted to show it all packed up. Of course, you could see the assembly and disassembly video on their channel, but everything comes apart very easily. There's literally just one Allen key that you use to kind of unbolt the front legs or back legs, depending on how you're looking at it. But it's just a really genius design. Very, very thought out and very well executed. So pretty damn cool. And believe it or not, all that crap fits in this nice little box. As you saw, it's nice and padded. And you know, clamps for storage and easy to carry. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you soon. Take care.